Yo, what's up guys? We have Rent a Girlfriend chapter 381, and yeah, I'm just gonna hop straight into it. We're coming off of a train wreck of a chapter. If you read the last chapter, the world's kind of up in arms about it, right? We got like people analyzing the whole series about how much Kazuya has spent on Chizuru, which it's like what? Like $250,000. In my personal opinion, I think Reiji, the author of the series, never even thought about like adding up all the money on how much Kazuya has spent, because this much money is not realistic at all. But yeah, that's kind of besides the point. But yeah, this chapter, I've already read it, so I'm just gonna say how it is. I didn't think it could get much worse than this, right? It's not like Kazuya goes and begs on his knees and starts crying right in front of Chizuru or nothing, but like, Jesus, dude. Oh my gosh. So basically, from last chapter, Kazuya gets rejected at the end of the date. Chizuru's like, I can't be your girlfriend right now. But she still, says, oh, I'm still in love. Like, I think these are feelings of love, right? And yeah, they're at this romantic boardwalk kind of area. And now they just need to walk home, get home. And they're still living in the same area. They're still living in the same place. I do believe Kazuya is moving out the next day. But still, one more night of suffering, basically. The chapter is called My Girlfriend in Love 30. Thank God it's hopefully the last one. We've been on this arc for such a long time. Like I said in the last review, this arc has been going on for almost, if not like longer than a year, because they had the date, right, which was long in itself. And then we had the pre-date with Yaemori, and we just had like a lot of stuff building up to the date arc. But yeah, hopefully this is the last chapter of it. I'm just gonna hop straight into the chapter. Basically, Kazuya this whole time is just in his head, right? He's just thinking, oh, this is so awkward, she rejected me. He's trying his hardest to put on like a brave face to hopefully not make Chizuru as awkward about it as well. But yeah, they're basically just walking back quietly. I mean, what are you really supposed to say in this situation? Like, this is such an unrealistic situation to be in the first place, and now it's like, it's anyone's guess as to what's the right move to do in this situation. I say it's anyone's move, but anyone but Kazuya, right? He just can never seem to pick the right one, bro. Basically, he's just trying to be quiet, not say too much. But yeah, this doesn't really last for too long, as they gotta take the train back, and instead of taking the train, Chizuru says, oh, I want to go for a walk. Would you head back without me? So basically, to get out of this situation, Chizuru's just trying to, take the long way home. I don't really know if she's gonna reflect on her actions or anything. But as we got from the last chapter, her foot's all messed up, right? So first and foremost, that's not gonna be a good decision. But I guess it's not as awkward for Kazuya and her. And yeah, right before she leaves, she gives the ring back to Kazuya because, she can't really accept it if she didn't accept his love and affection. But to me, I think she still has feelings for Kazuya. I don't think she's trying to jip him or nothing. I think it's just their relationship is just built on such a weird base that we're just gonna need more development with both of them in the series. And yeah, don't fall for the Umi-kun hype, bro. He's not coming back in the series. I don't think so. That's like the last person that I want back in the series, not because it's like I don't like him as a character, but dude, we already have so much stuff that needs to be covered anyways, and now you're gonna bring him back into the mix saying, oh, this is who Chizuru was in love with the entire time. No, bro, please do not. Oh my gosh. This series needs to end quickly, dude. It needs to end soon. And making that an option is just, no, please don't. But yeah, after Chizuru gives the ring, Kazuya goes and scurries off towards the train, and they go their separate ways. We get a few panels of Chizuru looking back, making sure that he's not there anymore, and she's kind of reflecting back on what she said. We don't get any dialogue during this time or monologue of Chizuru. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. I guess it's good for the community, right? Because we just get to flame Chizuru for being not incompetent, but just you know what I mean? Since we don't know what she's thinking, we get to interpret what she's thinking, but I don't think she's thinking anything personally right now, but we'll see. So yeah, Kazuya hops on the train to go back home, and he's thinking to himself, he thinks the date went really well, which it did go really well, and it went way too well. It should not have gone this well. I'm really disappointed in how the arc has gone. There were just so many opportunities in which other characters could have shown up and influenced the story a little bit more, but they just didn't, and it was pretty boring, especially the first few chapters of the date arc. I don't know, it was just so bad. I just feel like it was just, there were so many parts of it that were really bad. The whole umbrella scene, them getting food, they didn't even go, they went to the haunted house, but they didn't or haunted guided tour or whatever, but like nothing really happened. It was just kind of like an above average date, right? But nothing bad happened. To be honest, like if the date went the same way that Yaemori's date with, or trial date with Kazuya went, I think that would have been better, at least in my opinion, for the story. I would be happy with how it turned out, even if there wasn't any like drama. That was just the only thing. It's like it was so uneventful, literally nothing happened. It really didn't feel like they got any closer to each other, except near the very end when they started actually talking about stuff. And you know, a few chapters later she just rejects him. I don't know, but yeah, I'll make a video about the whole date arc. Whatever, I'll save that for a later time. Basically Kazuya just starts to think like, oh, maybe because I answered some of the questions that she asked me not in the best way, that's why it went wrong, or like, but no, I don't think that's it. I think it's just Chizuru's just not ready for it yet. And I kind of agree. Like from what we've gotten in the story, like story-wise, it's just not there. It's not there. I feel like he would have had a better chance of getting together with her literally right after the whole movie arc ended. I don't know if that's finished in the anime yet. I don't know. I haven't watched that. I think I watched maybe like the first 2 episodes when they aired, like the first season. But it's just, we've gotten so much basically filler, and it's just such a weird series, right? Kazuya interacts, grows deeper bonds with literally all the other characters in the series. I feel more so than Chizuru, at least for like the last half of the series. Maybe not last half, but you know what I'm saying, right? He feels more in sync with a lot of the other characters other than Chizuru. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe more screen time will help with them together, but I don't know. I don't know. I've been reading this for so long, I'm just like, I don't know what the best option is, because their relationship is just so off. But it's like almost there, you know what I mean? It's just, we need another like event in the story, I think, for them to get together. And this could be so many things. Like this could be interacting with mommy, interacting with Ruka. I mean, those are the main 2, right? Maybe Umi-kun, bro, but please not Umi-kun, because that's just annoying as hell. And he hasn't been in the story for ever, basically. But yeah, I think if one more event happens, we're good in the story. And they'll get together, and I think everyone will be happy. It'll be a good ending, good conclusion, and we can tie up loose ends. But yeah, whole time he's just thinking to himself, damn, I really thought this went good, and he doesn't really know where it went wrong. He ends up messaging Yaemori saying it didn't work out, sorry, and we don't get a response from her. But yeah, Kazuya's just kind of in a mood in his feels right now, and he's looking around the train and he sees all these couples and whatever. It's not a good vibe for him right now. He's not on cloud 9. And he really thought that he would end the date on cloud 9, and he's not. Once he gets off the train, he just starts walking back. He wants to catch his breath, you know, go for a little walk, so he gets off a stop early. In the last page of the chapter, right, somehow, because this makes a lot of sense, after he rode the train damn near all the way home, except for one stop, he manages to cross paths with Chizuru somehow. And the next chapter, it looks like they're about to meet at a crossroads. This is insane. I'm lost for words. Like, first and foremost, how is this even possible? And then second of all, there's just so much wrong with this. There's so much wrong with this. Like, Chizuru, I thought her foot was all messed up and she couldn't walk. Now you're saying that she's walked basically all the way home, no issues, and she's walked fast enough to catch up with Kazuya. I have no clue. I don't know what to say, man. The series just continues to surprise me. It's not really a disappointment, because I do like how this series is set up, because it's not like your average romance comedy where it's like everything goes right and everything is like all hunky-dory, right? But it's still just bad. It's just bad. It's not the greatest, but it's interesting at least. But yeah, I mean, going forward, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen from here. A lot of people on the internet are raging at the last chapter. I think it was the best option that we had. Moving forward, if we want the series to actually just end on a decent note. But it's like, where do we go from here? I guess maybe we'll get something with Chizuru and her foot, but it's not like she's bleeding, like, because we can see her walking, like, towards Kazuya, like they're about to intersect. It's not like she's like bleeding off her foot or something. It doesn't look like she's limping or nothing. Maybe we'll get that in the next chapter where like Kazuya knows her foot and it's like, what is he gonna do, bro? Is he gonna pick her up? And I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next chapter, but something stupid's gonna happen. and I'm all there for it, right? I feel like I've already said what I was gonna say about this chapter, but it was okay. Could have been better. I feel like Kazuya at this point, like, dude, he should have been the one to walk home, because I wonder how, because Kazuya is the main character. It's not like a split main character series, but I would have liked to see Chizuru's mentality if Kazuya walked all the way home and Chizuru was in the train. But yeah, main flaw of the series, I feel like we don't get enough of Chizuru's thoughts and ideas, so it's kind of hard to get a read on her. Like, even if you just, because I've been reading a few other series that I plan on, like, I'm trying to catch up to a few other series so I can do them on the channel, and I'm seeing that, like, even if it's a male protagonist based, we still get a lot of thoughts and opinions and mentality on, like, the girl counterpart, right? And that's, like, one thing that we just have not really gotten in Rent-A-Girlfriend, right? At least with, like, Chizuru as a character. So it's very hard to just judge what's gonna happen. And that's kind of part of the reason why this series is the way it is and why people are not very happy with it, right? Because it's like anything could happen and it's kind of just speculation on how Chizuru feels, right? But we have gotten hints throughout the story that she is in love with Kazuya. I don't think that's really up for debate, but yeah, that's really about it. I mean, I don't really got much else to say. So yeah, I'll see you.